Hey, everybody. Anthony Morrison here. Welcome to tonight's Success Connection. If you can hear my voice, just say yes for me. So if you can hear my voice, say yes. Hopefully everybody can hear me. Very good. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip on my webcam here for a minute. Let's see if it'll come on. Hopefully it will. There we go. What's up? So I see some of you already saying, where are you? So I am out of town. Was doing a live stream, a 24-hour live stream that I was a part of today. And so I haven't made it back home yet. And so had to stop and do the Success Connection tonight from my hotel. So you can see this very strategically placed light right there and the glare of it right there. So hopefully you guys can continue to see me. I've got Nick and Brett and the guys from my team on. So if my webcam gets a little distorted, it may be a little choppier than last week. It's because of internet in the hotel. But obviously, if it gets too bad, just put some comments in the chat box, or my team will probably be watching and they'll let me know, and then I'll cut my webcam off just so that it's a little cleaner for you guys. But super excited to have you here. Welcome to the Success Connection. If you're new, congratulations on being here. I say this every week, but you picked a great week to be here. We're actually starting the process of a brand new business that we're going to be building together. So you are in the right place at the right time. I'm going to give you all the structure, everything for it tonight, live on the Success Connection. If you are here with me live, what I'd love for you to do is go to our Facebook group and just tell everybody we're live, tell everybody to leave some comments, tell everybody what's going on. It would be really awesome to make sure that nobody forgets and nobody misses out on our trainings, okay? All right, so let me set my phone over here. I've got a weird workspace, but it is what it is. So yeah, listen, if you're a new student, I want to take the time to just let you know, and we do this every week, that this is not a continuation of any of the trainings that we've done in the past. So this is not a continuation of Partner with Anthony or the Ambassador Program or IG Mastery or any of those things. This is a standalone training that I do every single week for my students. I love doing it. You guys love being here, so it's awesome. But it's standalone. So what we focus on is building a business. We focus on taking snapshots in time, whether it be a week or 6 weeks, and we build a business together. We're all on the same page. We're all doing the same thing. Usually these businesses work together. They are cohesive, meaning if you've started one, it'll work with the other and the next one and the next one and the next one, and we really build a full like ecosystem of businesses for you guys that you can use to profit from, and so that's always the goal. That's my goal each and every time that we start this up and we do this. So it's so at the end of the day, that's awesome, right? So I want to make sure that everybody just knows it's not a continuation and a Q&A training of some other product, right? And of course, if you've been here before, you already know this, and you're ready to just rock and roll. So tonight, what we're going to do is we are going to talk about your brand new business. Now, I kind of pivoted some, and it's because I am here in Delray Beach, Florida. And the reason I'm in Delray Beach, Florida, is because I've been doing a 24-hour live stream with Rich Sheffrin, who is a part of and or working with Agora Financial. Now, for those of you that don't know who Agora is a huge company. They do like hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars a year in revenue. And here's the cool part. Their entire business, okay, so their entire business is literally based on newsletters, okay? It's based on selling and sending out simple little newsletters. Now, before you say to yourself, well, wait a minute, Anthony, I don't know if I can even send out a newsletter. I've never written a newsletter. Trust me, there's ways around that, okay? There's ways to avoid that. There's ways to fix that problem. And what I found is, like, I was at a mastermind earlier today with them, and I've just gotten so much information about the newsletter business and how it can benefit you that I decided to take a quick pivot and change my idea and set up a newsletter business. Okay, so we will look at what you guys are going to be setting up is a newsletter business. Now, you might say to yourself, well, what does my newsletter have to be about? Okay, we're going to cover that in the niche section. All right, so we're going to cover that for you. So don't worry, don't freak out. I got you covered. Okay, move this around. I just want to make sure I can see my my little camera so that I can see if it gets choppy. Hopefully, anyway. All right. So we're going to talk about the newsletter business. Okay, what I'm going to build for you is not going to take an awfully long time to get launched. You know, sometimes when we do these new businesses, they take 6 weeks before you can launch them. With this, we're not going to be in that situation. We're going to be a much faster to market business, which I think is going to make a lot of you happy because it means that we can legitimately launch your business, you know, within the next 2 to 3 weeks, maybe. What I love about newsletters is that they are flexible, meaning you can pivot and you can change and you can create many of them. You can have newsletters in some of the most obscure things like survival and prepping, internet marketing, you know, dealing with weight loss, dealing with what is it called? The issues, somebody in our group is doing it now, postpartum issues, right? Like some of the, and I don't like literally, you know, it's one of those things where if you've done it in one niche, you can do it in a ton of niches. So I'm just super, super excited to be able to teach it and to share with you how it's done, okay? Because how it's done is literally what I really like, right? So check this out. We're gonna go through this. I'm gonna break this down for you. We're gonna keep it to an hour tonight. I know last week we went really long. We're going to keep it to an hour, and then I'm going to give you guys a little surprise at the end. So, I mean, how many of you excited about this? Give me a big yes. I know that I'm like my energy level's down a little bit, but I'm so tired. And they did this live stream in a cigar bar, right? Well, it's a cigar bar, and then there's a wall, and then there's this other place. Anyway, you all know if you've been around for a while that I hate smoking. And so when I got here to do this live stream this afternoon, I had no clue it was at a cigar bar. And now I've got all this sinuses, drainage, like I feel really bad. So, so my apologies for not having epic energy levels like last week. I promise you by next week, I'll be back to my old crazy self. But for this week, let's just focus on things. All right, so first things first, let's talk about the goal, okay? All right, so the goal. Now, it is very important for you to define your goals. You need to write down your goal, okay? My point is you need to write down how many people you want to join your newsletter in a certain amount of time, okay? Now, I start with the goals for a reason, okay? I've been doing some research, been doing some reading, and here's what I found, okay? The top 3% of earners, okay, people that earn money, like big, successful people, the top 3% in our country have written down goals. They have written down goals, and then they have plans to achieve those goals, right? Writing down, there's a huge discrepancy or differentiation between people that write their goals down and people that don't. In fact, some research shows that that literally people that write down their goals are 10 times more likely to earn more money than people that don't. So on average, if you took two people that had the same education and one is writing down their goals and the other is not, then this one is 10 times more likely to make more money, all because of written down goals. And it's because clarity is what we need in order to be successful. We need to have this ability to think clearly, right? And a lot of times that does require you to examine yourself. Like, where are you at right now? What do you want to achieve? What do you want to be in the next 3 months, the next 6 months, the next 9 months? There's a quote from Socrates, and it said, and this is something you don't ever really hear me quoting a lot of people, but these are things that throughout time have been proven to us, right? So Socrates said, a life unexamined is a life not worth living. And what that means is that if you aren't examining your life, like where you're at today and what your goals are, and writing them down, you're not getting the most out of your life. You're not taking the full advantage of your life. You're not getting everything that you were put here to get, right? So writing down your goal is super, super, super important. How many of you are going to write down your goal, okay? Write down your goal tonight when we get off of here. Just say yes. And I can also give you like a broader scope. Like for me, I like to say something like this. I will get 300 new subscribers in 90 days. Okay? Like that's a goal, and that's a written down goal. And here's the thing. Our brain works in odd ways, right? It works when we talk to ourselves, like, I will get this, right? I will do this, right? This is your subconscious that kind of takes over and kind of starts believing some of the stuff you say. How many of you have a friend, and I know you do this, how many of you have a friend who has in the past told a lie, continued to tell the lie, right? And to the point where you truly believe that your friend now believes the lie. Like, for instance, they say, I went to Harvard, right? And they just keep telling people this. And after a while, they really look like, when they're talking, they actually might really believe what they're saying. Have any of you ever had that happen? Just say yes. I see Carol says yes, 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 like 15 times. Very good. Here's what's happening. When you tell yourself that you've done something over and over, and you begin to believe it, you legitimately begin to believe it. Your subconscious is taking that in, it's processing it, and it becomes a part of your synapses in your brain. It becomes a part of what you think and who you are, right? And so it's not inconceivable that if we say to ourselves and we write down our goals, I will get 300 subscribers to my newsletter in 90 days, right? And by the way, guys, I'm talking about paid newsletters, not free newsletters, okay? Let's be very clear on that, paid newsletters, okay? The newsletter business, in this case, is not a free newsletter, it is a paid newsletter, okay? So super important to make that delineation. I don't think that I made that right out of the gate, and that may some of you may be like, what? So yeah, paid, right? If you write that down, you're gonna have this clear path. Like, in my opinion, clarity is like 95% of success, okay? Like, if you want to be successful, you've got to have clarity in what your goal is and what you want to achieve and what you're set out to do right here, right now. And it can just be that you want to have success with what we're doing here on the Success Connection, okay? So to do that, you need to have clarity. What are your goals? What are your intentions with the Success Connection and with what I'm teaching you and with what you're learning? Like, what are those goals? What are your intentions, right? It doesn't matter how many ways that I put it. It really only matters that you are able to take it in. I wrote something down that I read earlier today. I've been doing a little bit of reading, and I wrote this down, and I think this is something that will kind of maybe help make the transition from what I'm saying to your brain and make you really understand it. It's a quote by Thomas Carlyle. It says, "The man with no goals makes little progress on the smoothest roads, whereas the man with clear goals makes progress even on the roughest roads." Okay, think about that. What that means is that even if this is a simple process, even if this is an easy business to create, even if making money on the internet is super simple, if you don't have clear defined goals, you can take a simple path and have no progress with it, right? But if the path to making money on the internet isn't quite so smooth, right? It's a rough road. There's bumps, there's hurdles, there's things you got to learn, which we all know this is true and accurate, right? Then if you have clear goals and you've written those goals down and you're trying to work every day to achieve those goals, you can have success even on the roughest roads. So super important for all of you to follow this exercise, to write these things down, and to legitimately focus on what we're here to do. And it's not to hang out with each other. It's not to hang out with Anthony. It's legitimately to help you guys build a successful business, right? How many of you are with me? Just give me a big yes. Okay. I see lots and lots and lots of yeses coming in. That's what I'm always looking for. Lots and lots of yeses. All right. So very good. All right. So let me make sure I've gone through most all of my stuff. So goals, very important. Now, the next thing is the niche. Okay, the niche. So let's write this down. The niche. All right. We're going to talk first about internet marketing. So we're going to build you a funnel that sells a newsletter that teaches internet marketing slash, build your business, right? Build your business. But I want you guys to remember that there are so many other niches where you can sell a newsletter, right? I just mentioned some of those before. I mean, it's unlimited, right? I mean, that's just it. It's unlimited. There was Agora kind of takes some of the political stances, meaning they'll write newsletters that are very, very politically driven, because what is something that's going to rile up or ignite the flame, right, of most people? It's politics, right? Whether you're Democrat or Republican, doesn't matter. It's just politics or politics, and they get you all fired up. So if you have a newsletter geared towards liberals and then a newsletter geared towards Republicans, and you promote them as such, guess what? You've got the whole country pretty much, and you've got them. You're able to talk about the things that are really exciting to them right now, or the things that are really on their mind and really important, and all of these things. And so that's one of the places that they've made, I would say, probably the most money is in the politically driven space. Something I would have never thought about, right? So again, and it doesn't have to be that the newsletter is political. It's that, for instance, a lot of people, a lot of conservatives will identify with, prepping and survival and, guns and all of these, hunting and all that stuff. Like those two go hand in hand. Not saying there's not outliers or whatever. I'm just saying that's a big bucket, and a lot of them fit in there. So they write newsletters like that, right? And then they promote them as the conservative this or the conservative that, right? And they're driving signups to their newsletter based on a political stance, even though the newsletter is about, survival or prepping, or how to get green energy, how to go green, the best ways to go. So it's not like it's about politics, the newsletter. It's just they divide and then promote using the politics. Does that make sense, everybody? Just gonna be a big yes if that makes sense to you. All right, very good. Very, very good. I'm looking at, all right, awesome. So everybody's kind of on the same page. So what I'm saying is we're going to focus on this internet marketing niche, okay? But that there are so many niches. Once you get this down, you can legitimately just copy and paste, copy and paste, copy and paste, copy and paste, and do 15, 20 different newsletters, okay? So super important. All right. Let's talk about the funnel. All right. So here's the thing with the funnel. We're going to draw the funnel out, okay? And then I'm going to show you why this is a really cool funnel. All right. So first and foremost, everything starts with traffic, okay? You guys know this. The difference is that when you're getting newsletter traffic, you can get traffic from almost anywhere, because everyone joins newsletters, right? So this is no longer one of those difficult to generate sales, right? You don't have to worry about all the different marketing channels and such, because ultimately people buy newsletters just like people buy books. Like, this is a book that I have, Money Making Secrets of Marketing Genius Jay Abraham and Other Marketing Wizards. They gave me this. This is a huge book, massive book, and people buy books, right? It's not hard for us to promote books because people love books. Same thing with newsletters, right? So the way that this works is the traffic comes in, and it's going to come in to what we call an opt-in page, okay? And this opt-in page is going to talk about the newsletter plus a premium. Now, this is the key, the premium. The premium is going to be what they get for free when they join the newsletter. Now, this is a little different than a lead magnet, okay? A lead magnet might be, which we've talked about in the past, but a lead magnet might be as simple as a little 8-page free ebook, right? A premium is what it is what it says. It's something a little better than that, right? Like, there's got to be a little bit more to what you're giving them, because you want them to feel like they need the premium. Like, it's not just, oh cool, I'd love to get that free ebook. It needs to feel like something that they legitimately can't live without, right? Because what's going to happen here is, we'll have the email box, okay? So once they opt in, here's what happens. They go to a sales page for the VIP newsletter. Now, here's the cool part. This newsletter is free, okay? This newsletter is essentially the basics, right? So it's the basic newsletter. When they opt into the newsletter, you ask them to upgrade, and it's basically just an upgrade, okay? So upgrade to the VIP newsletter, okay? The premium VIP newsletter. Now, why would someone upgrade? Okay, good questions. So the question is why? Number one, you get it sooner, okay? So people love speed. Remember this. People would rather have their newsletter sooner than later. It's just like when your favorite TV shows come out, right? You would rather have, if you could get access to whatever that show is quicker, then you would be much happier doing that. How many of you like speed? Just give me a big yes. Okay, so I see lots and lots of people saying yes. So you offer to give it to them sooner. Number two, you offer more content. So usually what we do in a premium newsletter is we offer an additional section called the premium content section, right? And that's where you're adding information to this newsletter that other people are not getting. This creates what we call FOMO. How many of you know what FOMO means? Just put it in the chat box while I kind of erase this, because I'm going to make this page bigger. That's right, fear of missing out. People do not want to miss out on the content, right? They hate that. They absolutely despise missing out on content. And so they don't want to miss out on whatever it is that you might be able to provide them. And then the third thing that we always add into a premium upgrade, right, is some kind of training, course, something that's got some value to it, right? Almost where you felt like, if I pay to upgrade my newsletter, okay, then just the training that I'm going to get alone is worth the upgrade, even if I didn't like the newsletter, even if I don't want the newsletter, even if I'm not happy with the newsletter. Does that make sense to everybody? Just give me a yes if that makes sense. Okay, I see lots and lots of yeses. All right, now do you guys see how this funnel becomes very small, very short, very easy for us to get locked out and just shot out to everybody? The funnel, it can't go much further than this, because what we usually do on this type of funnel, okay, is we have this second page here, and then the pricing for this is either $47 per year, or you can charge somewhere like $7 to $9. Well, I'll try to do it like this. $7 to $9 a month. Now, Agora focuses a lot on the $47 per year model, okay? So they're getting a $47 buyer just right out of the bat, right? I love continuity offers. I love the cheap $7 to $9 offer. And the reason I love that $7 to $9 offer so much is it's easy. It's easy to make that sale. When somebody comes into your world and you say, look, you can get all this stuff and it's only $7 or it's only $9, most everybody will say yes to it. We have a prime example of this is the M Insider newsletter. Okay, I just added content to this all the way through January this week. So I've got some really cool new stuff in there. Well, the M Insider newsletter is the same thing. It follows this model. Now, when you join the M Insider newsletter, you can also follow this model. Mine's $99 a month, I think. I mean, $99 a year, or $9 a month. I think that's what it is. But the point is, it follows the same model that Agora follows. I want to be very clear though. Like Agora only offers the $47 per year plan. They don't offer a monthly plan. So what I prefer is for you to be able to test and have the option. If you do like a $9 a month, you can also have the option for somebody to purchase it for $47 a year. In fact, hold on one second. Maybe I can just show you mine, because I gotta find it first. Hold on one second. I can show you the exact way that we did ours, because this is the exact way I'm going to do yours for you. Okay, hold on one second. You would think that I just have all of this stuff just sitting here, but I really don't. So I have to use my two-factor thing. Hold on. I'll show you what it looks like and what I'm talking about. Okay, let's see. I have to use this to get logged into my portal. I'm sure you guys have seen that two-factor thing. For our admins, we have two-factor on. All right, so once you're inside of your members portal, and you can check out the sales page too for this. All right, so it's called Morrison Insider, right? So this is our monthly newsletter designed to give you updates and information, a glimpse into what works, yada, 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 right? All right, so you go down here, and hopefully this one will load up for me on here. There we go. Okay, so you can see that we bring up a video, obviously, a video that loads up here and talks about, and we tell people right out of the gate, it's $9.95 a month, right? And we'll give it just a second, because this page actually pops the rest of the information below it. So I have it timed right now. But once you look at how we offer and what we offer, you'll pretty much see that we offer both of these options, right? An annual and a monthly plan. And a lot of times, let's see, it hasn't popped yet. I think it takes it 4 or 5 minutes. A lot of times what happens is you'll get a percentage of people. So what we normally see is about 30% will take annual and 70% will take monthly. Okay, so that's our usual take rate. Like that's what we're used to seeing on our newsletters. The cool part is that from free to here, okay, we'll get somewhere around 35% opt-in, all right? And then of course, if the next thing is over here is a buyer, okay, we'll get somewhere around 10 to 12% of the people here will buy it, will go from basically, we'll just kind of go from here to here, right? 10 to 12%. So if you get 100 people that hit your sales page, 10 to 12 of them will buy, right? Which is a really good number, actually. That's like a very good number of people, because think about it. If 100, let's just say 100 clicks from a solo ad cost you $450, right? If you could convert 10% of those people, so 10 to 12%, call it 10% of them into buyers, right? Even at just the $9 a month, you would make you make like $90, right? Which isn't and look, at the end of the day, I'm sorry, I did the math wrong. Let's write it out. Some of you are already telling me. I told you my brain is off. So like with a solo ad, so like if we did a solo ad and let's just say we bought 100 clicks, that's going to be somewhere around $45 to $60. Just depends on where you buy the clicks from, right? And then if 35% of those people opt in, okay, you're going to get 35 opt-ins, which isn't too bad, right? And then if 10% of them buy, 10 to 12%, you're going to get 4 buyers, okay? But here's the thing. Out of the 4 buyers, likely one of them is going to be at the annual rate, right? So you might get a $47 plus 7 plus 7 plus 7 if you were doing $7 a month. You see what I'm saying? So it's 21 and 47. You can see where this is profitable. It's profitable on the front end, meaning right out of the gate you can generate profits. A lot of times it's profitable because some people will take that annual subscription and not the basic monthly subscription, right? So makes total sense. Super, super simple. Very, very easy. How many of you are with it? How many of you understand this? Just say yes. Okay. Very good. Very, very good. Awesome. Let's see. All right. Looking through my notes here. Now, one thing that you want to make sure of, okay, when you're doing this, all right, is that you price these 2 things accordingly. You want the annual plan to be such a discount that people actually want the annual plan, right? So that you can get that 30%. So usually if I do and I'll just kind of give you a grid, okay? So if this is your monthly, this should be your annual. Like if I do $9.95 a month, then I'm probably doing $99 a year, right? So it's like 2 months for free, right? That's usually the method that I use. That's usually the methodology that I use. If I do $7 a month, okay, so if I do $7 a month, a lot of times I'm going to do somewhere around, let's see, I'll tell you exactly what I do. Yeah, a lot of times I'm going to do $69 a year. That's again like 2 months for free. Now, if you do the $4.95 a month plan, which look, a lot of people do it and they do really, really well. Usually on that, I mean, it's like you end up with $49 a month. Here's why I don't love this one. You notice that like people that will spend $4.95 will definitely spend $7, right? And it doesn't seem like a lot of money. It really doesn't. You think like, man, Anthony, it's only like a couple dollars. Like, I'd rather get more sales. I'd rather make the sale easier, whatever the case may be. But here's the thing. When you put 1,000 people into your newsletter, which a lot of you are sitting there thinking, oh, I could never do that. But guess what? You really can. It's super simple. Like when you're asking people for $7, it's just very easy, right? Well, what's going to happen is you're going to regret it down the road because you're like, oh my gosh, I could be making $2,000 more a month for my work right now, but I priced myself too low. These are the 2 that I usually stick with, right? In that area, right? So you've got some options, right? You've got different options here that you can play with and that you can toy with, but these are the types of options that we usually look at, right? Now, I also mentioned there's a benefit, okay? after the funnel, because that's really the funnel. I mean, the very next step of the funnel is buyer and then newsletter, right? Like, it's very simple. So what are the benefits? All right, let's try to scroll down. Can anybody tell me what one of the biggest benefits of being in the newsletter business is, of just selling newsletters? Basically, just, here's the thing. It's thinking outside the box. It's thinking a little bit differently. But guess what? You are already in the information business. I want you guys to think about something. Information online isn't going anywhere. People are going to keep buying information, right? That's just the way that it is. The question is, how do we deliver that information, right? So we can build these big members areas. We can deliver this content through video. We can build out these training centers or these live webinars like what I do, and we can do all this to deliver our training. Or we can write a simple email, send it, and all of a sudden that is our deliverable. That's what people are paying for. It's the knowledge, it's the information, it's the, this is what we want. Like, people will pay for the assimilation of info, okay? So the benefits are, you don't have to be an expert. No expert required. Just research. Here's the thing. You can legitimately have a newsletter on any topic as long as you're willing to research. Meaning, go to YouTube, watch 4 or 5 videos on a specific topic, watch a lot of videos on a specific topic, take notes. You can legitimately turn yourself into a person who repurposes content, repurposes information, and then delivers that to people. And here's the cool part. You're benefiting others, because how many hours would somebody spend, okay, sitting down watching YouTube videos or watching training videos, right, to get the 4 or 5 specific points that you want to make about why a specific thing is great, right? Let's just take copywriting, for example, okay, writing good copy. You can read a book this big on writing copy, which this book is, and this is 376 pages. It's bigger than my head, right? You can read that book, right? Or I can read that book and I can take the best pieces of that book, right? The information I learned, and I can put it into a newsletter and charge you $7 for it. Which would you rather do? Would you rather get the best parts of this book, right, for $7, or would you rather read 400 pages hoping that you can find and remember the best parts of this book? And I see lots of people already saying, I'd rather pay you $7. Trust me, I would rather pay somebody $7 too. And that's where the real magic happens with newsletters. You do not have to be an expert. You just have to be willing to read a book or watch some YouTube videos or research specific topics. Once you've got that research, you formulate it into a freely flowing newsletter to give people the highlights, give people the here's what really matters, right, part of the equation. And once you get the here's what really matters part of the equation down, you can absolutely crush it, right? And so I think that this is one of the benefits, because it allows you, because look, when you're on camera like I am right now, and you're filming training videos like we've been talking about doing in the past, you kind of need to be an expert. If somebody asks me a question, or if I'm talking about a subject and I really don't know what I'm talking about, a lot of times you'll know it because I'll be like stumbling around. You can tell, right? But when I just know what I know and it's just free flowing, just boom, 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 obviously, it's fine. But that prevents me from having a course on a lot of different topics, because the course on a lot of those different topics, maybe I don't really understand, right? But if I were willing to research those topics, watch some YouTube videos, get some good pointers, I could write newsletters and just repurpose that information. Does that make sense to everybody? Just give me a big yes if that makes sense. Okay. Lots and lots of people. Very good. So this means you don't have to be a subject matter expert. And I love that. One of the other benefits is email, email, email. Better delivery. Here's the thing. If someone pays to be a part of your newsletter, do you think that they're going to make sure that they actually open the email when you send it? Yes or no? Okay, I see lots of yeses already. Here's the thing. We send you emails every day. I'm willing to bet that most of you open about 10% of the emails that we send, right? 10 to 12%. I know this because it statistically shows me that. So about 10 to 12% of the emails that we send are actually opened. But partner with Anthony. How many of you are students of Partner with Anthony? Yes, just put a yes in the chat box. Give me lots of yeses. Very good. I see lots and lots of them. Keep them coming, keep them coming, keep them coming. Very good. So most all of you are Partner with Anthony students. So Roger writes a newsletter for the Partner with Anthony students, goes out every single Monday. Our open rate on the Partner with Anthony newsletter is about 40%. Now, what you might say, Anthony, well, what happened to the other 60%? Well, it's real simple. Either they're not engaged with the program anymore, or it's not getting delivered to them, right? It's going to their spam folders, those types of things. We have a little more difficulty with that because we send so many more emails, right? For you starting off, if one of your very first things is a newsletter, here's what's going to happen. You're going to get very good open rates because when somebody pays for something and they see it come in, they're going to open it and read it. Once they open that email, it's telling Gmail, it's telling Yahoo, it's telling AOL, it's telling all these email providers they want your content. They want your emails. They are engaging with you, right? Awesome opportunity for you to get your email delivery up. Now, why does that matter? Because now you can profit in those same emails. So a lot of times what a newsletter does, like a newsletter is structured like this. The usual structure of a newsletter is like a heading, whatever the topic is, and then a bunch of content, okay? And then there might be another heading, like these are different topics, right? Like this. And then it's going to be like an offer, okay, with stuff like this, and then usually a link. Most all newsletters end up making some kind of offer, and it's not that the newsletter feels like a sales letter, okay? We want to be very clear on that. It's just that maybe my newsletter this week is about ClickFunnels, and so maybe I'm talking about maybe my whole newsletter is crushing it with ClickFunnels, right? And so I'm talking about how we build funnels and how we do all this stuff, and then maybe at the bottom I say, hey, by the way, if you don't have ClickFunnels yet, here's the link. You need to get ClickFunnels. It's super, super important, yada, 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 blah, blah, blah. Now there's an affiliate link in there. Now I can make money from it. Maybe part of the newsletter is you're talking to people about, and I mean, this would be a little over the top for some of you, but maybe you're talking about tracking and you found some really cool tracking tool. And you say, by the way, here's a link to the tracking tool that we use or that we've been talking about in the newsletter. Or maybe some of you have Shopify stores or whatever, and you've got some apps that you use, and you could be like, hey, here's the link to the apps that we use. So in other words, whatever you're talking about in your newsletter, you can also promote in your newsletter, and it doesn't feel like a sell, right? So again, this is called a hidden sale. It's hidden. People are paying you for the newsletter, but then they're also getting sold something in the newsletter. Does that make sense, everybody? Just gonna be yes. Okay, very, very good. So here's what's coming up. The timeline. All right, next week, I'm going to give you page 1, the free newsletter page. Okay, so this is going to get you the free newsletter. Then week 2, I'm going to give you the premium. And week 3, I'm going to give you the sales page. Boom. And then week 4, we launch. This is a very simple timeline, right? This is what's going to happen in the next few weeks. And that should be very, very easy, very, very simple, awesome, ready to go. How many of you are excited about this? Just give me a big yes. Okay, I see lots and lots and lots of yeses. Here's the thing. Once we get this down, I'm telling you right now, this is going to crush it. And what I'm going to try to do, and this is kind of a hidden secret for you, is that on this page right here, okay, this page, the copy is king, meaning the words written are what sells. Most all of Agora's newsletters and such are copywriters. They're just writing copy. It's not really videos. I've met quite a few of Agora's copywriters. My goal is going to be to get one of the top copywriters to write the copy for your sales page so that you can absolutely crush it. I'm talking about like guys that have written newsletters that have sold $125 million worth. Yes. And I have access to those people now, and I'm going to call in a favor. And I'm not calling it in for myself. I'm not calling it in for Anthony Morrison and what he's doing and his sales pages and such. I'm going to call it in for you guys. How many of you are excited about that? Just give me a big yes. All right. Very, very good. I see lots and lots of people saying yes. So a couple of other things. Obviously, this is the timeline. So next week, that's what we're going to be doing. I'm going to be giving you the free newsletter page. So I'm going to build that out. I'm going to get that done. I'm going to share it with you, and then I'm going to show you how to build your own, and we're going to do the whole thing together like we always do so that you guys can have massive success with this and so that you can crush this, right? A couple of things that I want to make sure that you do, all right, before we hop off here. By the way, here's the page, my sales letter page, and you can see like mine says, yes, I want to be a member for $9.95. So when you click here to open it, you could see you could get 2 months for free, $99.95 annually. So this is my Insider newsletter. Now, my Insider newsletter, I decided to turn into a video newsletter, by the way. I film videos. That's just because I love doing the videos. You know, I love to show what to click and what to do. I polled our students and they just said they like the videos. And so I do the videos for them. But it started off written, and it could very easily be written and it would be just fine. I just like to go over the top. Here's what it is. But you can see this is what we plan to build out for you, sans the video here. The sales page will have a click to order button, and it will literally ask them which one of these they want, right? Do they want the $99 a month, or do they want the $9.95 $9.95 per month, or $99 per year? And again, you can choose your price points. We don't choose your price points, okay? So you could pick whatever you choose and you'll be good to go, all right? Now, if you're a new student, I wanna show you something that's really important and something that will help you as we kind of move forward through this process, okay? This is your Success Connection student members area. Lots of awesome stuff for you in here, things that you're gonna need, things that you're gonna need access to, okay? I'm gonna give you the link to this page in just a second and the password, but I wanna go over a couple things. First of all, when you get here, you need to make sure you join our Facebook group. It's completely free, it costs nothing, okay? You just click to join, answer a couple questions, and we'll make sure that we hop on with you as soon as, or get you approved as soon as we hop off here, right? So please make sure you join our Facebook group. Remember, goals, write these down. This is smart. This is how you don't forget and you don't miss out on something. Write that down. Second thing I'd love for you to do is follow me on YouTube, okay? We're working on some stuff with YouTube where we might help leverage YouTube to help you guys make more money, specifically with our Partner with Anthony program. But I'm doing testing, and I always need you guys available for testing. Click this button, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'd love if you'd leave me a comment on the first video, like a video, go leave me a comment on every video. Every video you watch would be great. The more engagement you can give me on YouTube, the better off that I'll do, and the better off and the faster this test will go, right? So would be great if you take 2 minutes, subscribe to YouTube, and then click on some of our videos, okay? If you don't have ClickFunnels, you do need ClickFunnels. This is the one thing that you can't live without if you're going to be doing the types of businesses we're doing, is you have to have ClickFunnels. There's a free trial for ClickFunnels right here. It's very, very easy. You click the button, you get a completely free trial, and then you're able to use all of the funnels that we build. Some people say, well, I don't want to use ClickFunnels, I want to use something else. Well, that's perfectly fine too. We just can't build you funnels and give you pages. Like for instance, next week or in a couple weeks when I give you the sales page for your newsletter, it will literally be like this. It'll just be all written copy. And I mean, you won't have to do anything for it, right? Except click a button. But that only happens if you have ClickFunnels, right? So it's super, super important that you have the ClickFunnels software. Whether you get it through my link or somebody else's is irrelevant to me. This is a free trial link, so if you want to try it for free, this is where you go to get it, and you just sign up. Once you sign up for ClickFunnels, you will be able to download any of our current businesses. So if you look through here, all of these links that you see where they say download now are complete businesses. Like here's a 7-figure email strategies business that lets you make between $400 and $900 a sale on that particular business. Here's a YouTube information business. Here's an Instagram profits business, a challenge business. The most recent one we built was the Done For You Funnel Club business, right? All of these businesses are completely free. You could get all of these tonight. Inboxer Academy, this is a monthly continuity for education on email marketing. 8-figure funnel formula. All you got to do if you're a new student is click these download buttons. You cannot click the download buttons, of course, until you have ClickFunnels. So get ClickFunnels, log into your account, and come click these download buttons, and you'll instantly get access to all, not just some, but all of our businesses. How many of you like that? Yep. I like to keep it to where you guys get access to everything, even as new students. I don't want you to come in and miss out on what we've done for the last 6 months or the last year or the last 2 years. I want you to get everything, right? Be able to go in, pick and choose, grab what you want, start the businesses that you want. All of these businesses are ready to go. They're ready to start. They're businesses that you can now implement immediately, okay? All right. So, wow. I always get excited when we have a new business, and then I lose my train of thought on stuff that I'm doing because I'm just I'm excited about the newsletter stuff, so I'm just kind of out there. But let's take a quick look. How do you get to that page? Okay, how do you get to that page? The link is right here. It's go.thsc.com/funnel. Okay, go.thsc.com/funnel. That is how you get to your Student Resource Center. The password for tonight, okay, so the password for tonight so that you can access this page is newsletter. So the password is newsletter. Kind of makes sense since we're doing newsletters. It made sense to make the password newsletter. So the password is newsletters. Now, or it's actually newsletter, no S's, no S, just newsletter, okay? Here's the one thing that you guys got to remember. All of these links that you see that say download, they do not work after midnight tonight. So you cannot put this off. If you want to download all of these businesses and have these businesses ready to rock and roll, you need to do it right now. You have until midnight. At midnight, we lock down these links. The reason we lock them down is pretty simple. Honestly, people steal our stuff and they put it on the internet, and then all of a sudden I'm left with a bunch of people that are getting access to stuff that they shouldn't be getting access to. That frustrates me, and so we have to lock them down, right? So they get locked down. Tomorrow we'll send you a replay of tonight's Success Connection. You'll get a copy of the notes, so you'll have all of the notes, all of the benefits, all of that stuff written down for you, delivered to you in your inbox tomorrow morning. So please don't freak out. We take notes for you. I've been doing this for years. Inside of your student portal, there's actually a button that says Success Connection, and it's all right there for you as well. We've got some really cool stuff coming up. We're going to be doing some really awesome stuff on YouTube. We're going to be doing some stuff where we actually bring you in and make money for you. Like we'll literally bring in a couple of you and show you how this is done, show you how to make money, and watch you make money live. So we've got some really cool opportunities coming up. I'm really trying to take it next level for 2020. I hope you guys enjoy that and appreciate that. I'm looking forward to doing it with you and helping you build the successful business that I know you deserve and that I know you can have. So hopefully you guys enjoyed tonight's Success Connection. Again, I'm a little out of pocket. Usually I'm like, rah, but I've got stuff everywhere. I'm trying to use my laptop and then get my iPad. It's just a little out of sync when I'm out of town. But I'm super thankful that you joined me here. Please make sure that you go to the link, go.dsc.com/funnel, type in the password newsletter. Make sure that you join our Facebook group. Make sure that you're following me on YouTube. Make sure that you have ClickFunnels. Those are the three main things. And then download any of the businesses. Next week, you're going to need the ClickFunnels account in order to get the very first page of your brand new business, which is now going to be selling a newsletter. I think it's going to crush it. I think it's going to be a super low barrier of entry. It's going to be simple for you guys to crush and make money with. So I'm excited about it. Hopefully you're excited about it. And I look forward to seeing you all here next week on the Success Connection. Again, this week, have some fun, but also do a little something that other people are not doing. The name of the game is staying ahead of the game, right? Staying ahead of the competition. And I want to inspire you each and every day to do that. Remember to write your goals down. You're 10 times more likely to be successful if you write your goals down, right? And I think that's the most important thing and the most important takeaway as we kind of grow, not only as people that know specific tasks and specific strategies and techniques to make money, but as we become better entrepreneurs, as we become people who are going to set ourselves up for massive success, not just small amounts of success. We got to retrain the way that we think and the actions that we take, because our habits are kind of what we live by, right? Like if you habitually writing down your goals, then you're more likely to achieve those goals and to continue writing those goals down. So do it tonight. Don't procrastinate. Listen to me. I only tell you things that I truly think are going to help you be successful. And I look forward to seeing you all right here, same place, same time next week, Thursday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the Success Connection. Okay, take care, everybody. Good night.